the Presidential Food System Coordinating Committee was given a mandate to see how we can ramp up local production and improve agriculture. So the committee is seeking that, okay, part of the mandate should be to see how we can liberalize the fertilizer regime. And the issue of liberalization, like the Honorable Minister has started saying, is a concept that the committee is supposed to come up with a framework on how to do that, meaning that opening the door, bringing in more players into the production of fertilizer, and through either giving incentives or so many. So the framework will come up, and that will show that by the time, it's a concept of demand and supply. The more players are in, it becomes more competitive, and therefore the likelihood of dropping the price of fertilizer is likely to happen. So that's exactly the concept we are asking for the mandate to be given to the Presidential Food Implementation Committee. Again, the cost of energy. This cost of energy came as a result of the various reforms implemented by the government, which have a positive result. And so based on that, there's also need, what can we do as an alternative to reduce the cost of energy? Like he said, from the analysis we have done in Jigawa today, for you to cultivate 1 hectare of land of rice, you need to spend almost 2,100,000 just for 1 hectare. And that means, and the revenue that will come from that hectare is about only 1,800,000. So meaning that a farmer will lose almost 300 and something. That means even if he is getting 4 tons per hectare, where the farmer is getting only 3 tons per hectare, the loss will increase almost 750,000. So you see, that is not economical, and it's also disincentive for people to go into farming. So because of that, you need, and this energy cost alone is almost more than 40% of the total cost of production. So if you add energy and fertilizer costs, you are getting almost 75% of the total cost of production. So intervention in these areas are very, very necessary to ensure that farmers make income in their farming. So that's exactly the decision the council have taken, and then I'm sure by the time this decision is implemented, certainly the farmers will be happy, and then they will be the winners of this. The other issue raised, how do fertilizer reach to the intended target? You see, this is issues. Now, because the distribution of fertilizer, I can give you a case of Jigawa State. For the last 2 years in Jigawa, we have a standing committee that takes the fertilizer directly up to the polling unit level. You know, the essence of that is not everybody can afford to buy 1 bag, not everybody can afford 2 bags. A farmer, what he needs, sometimes maybe 2 mood, 3 mood, 4 mood, because you don't need 1 bag of fertilizer. So by the time we take this to the hinterland, a farmer can, 2-3 farmers can put their money together and buy 1 bag and then distribute it within themselves. So that's exactly, we have a standing committee that ensures that this goes directly to the farmer. And this standing committee is working. And as of today, if you go to Jigawa, people are always happy that this commodity is reaching them. And I'm sure all my colleagues in the state are doing this practice. So really the fertilizer is going down. Of course, there may be some exception, but a majority, there is a fact that this fertilizer is reaching down to the intended target. Today, I have presented to the Council a memo regarding the constraint affecting agricultural production and the potential they have in exacerbating the fragile food security system the federal government has been trying to resolve for the last 2 years. This memo was as a result of the same memo I presented last week at the Presidential Food System Coordinating Unit Steering Committee, which is also chaired by the Vice President, and he asked that the same memo be presented to the Council for consideration. The major recommendations in the memo include the following. Government should give equal emphasis to optimizing fertilizer costs, perhaps through the prioritization of the mandate given to the Presidential Food Security Coordinating Unit to liberalize fertilizer cost. 2, also to make available small handheld implement for small-scale and subsistence farmers who are invariably too low in the ladder to immediately benefit from the tractor program that is being implemented. Also, the memo also recommends that the chairman of NEC, which is the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, should respectfully remind Mr. President of his directive during the special NEC meeting held in June 2024, where he ordered Neseni to ramp up production and also seek his approval to fund the production of between 50 to 100,000 farms for distribution to state on need basis. The Council resolves as follows. One, the council resolved to promptly tackle the challenges of higher energy costs and the fertilizer prices in the country. Two, the council also resolved that directed the Minister of State for Petroleum, Gas, to interface with the stakeholders in the industry with a view to addressing high costs and availability of gas domestically and report back to the council during the next meeting.